got the poo on me. I got the poo on me. Ugh, that's so disgusting. So gross. So gross. Welcome back to the journey, friends. So we got the RV moved. If you guys had missed out on that, definitely go check that out, come back, or stick around and then go check that out afterwards. Greatly appreciated. So today we're still kind of fighting the rain. Obviously the hurricane had hit the southern part of the states. So if you live down there, hopefully you guys are taking care of what needs to be taken care of. Just stay safe, do all things that you need to do. I actually have friends that live down that way. We've already checked in on them. They're good to go. If you have family that's down there, definitely check in on them, make sure that they are good to go and whatnot. But what's coming up next? So what do we need to do next for the RV? Well, let's get you flipped around and let's go take a look. Chickens are so funny. Trying to establish that pecking order. It's only those two. Those two are always trying to establish pecking order. So this is actually what we've done right now for the tanks. Obviously gray water, I leave the gray water open all the time because the shower tank, right, or the shower will fill up the tank in one day because there's 8 of us or 6 of us, right, that are showering. So, and then the kitchen sink, it also will fill up the tank really quickly, you know, just by doing dishes and stuff. So we basically have that running down here, but I can't leave it like that because we have a gray tank and a black tank coming off of this, and then there's a gray tank and a black tank coming off that, right? So the black tank for this one is the toilet and the master bath, and then the black tank back here is for the spare bathroom. So that's the bathroom that the girls use. That's the bathroom that mom and dad uses. So that one actually fills up faster than this one, but a lot of the mom, dad, and the girls will also use this toilet if they're using the restroom before they shower and such. So for the most part, both tanks do fill up right around the same time. So I'm normally dumping them about every 4 days, give or take. I try not to let them fill all the way up because, for one, this tank over here, well, it's not the black tank or the freshwater tank. It's actually the piping in between. It actually has a crack in it. And I'm not really able to get in there and fix that very easily. I would have to tear apart a lot of the bottom of the RV because this does have that pad that goes all the way underneath the entire thing. And it's not in sections. It's all one big thing. So I've already had to cut sections of it out and then retape it back for other repairs that I've had to do. But this would be a really intense repair, and I'm trying not to do that while we're living in it. So that will have to come later once I can get this thing winterized and you know, sitting in storage. So, but we do need to have this going that way, which is a little on the uphill side. So I think what's going to have to happen is that this hose is going to have to come this way, which is downhill, and then have the Y. So I do have a Y right here. I do have a shorter hose. It's like a little 2 or 3 foot hose, actually in the bumper storage thing. That way I can have the Y more here, and then once I've dumped everything to here, it's gonna have to go that way. Well, we're gonna have to try to put this up on blocks. That way I can kind of run that piping that way towards the tank, which is technically uphill. So from where this outlet is here to the tank, it's almost, you know, to the pipe, it's almost the same level. So well, actually the pipe is higher than what that is, but by the time I cut this tee off, so I have a sanitation tee, I'm gonna cut off, and then I'm gonna put another one of the caps on that we can unscrew and screw back. That's gonna go there, and then the piping will just have to run basically right there between the wheel and the stairs. And then anytime I'm dumping the tanks, I'm just gonna have to try to lift up on the piping to get it to clear out. So that's what we need to do for sewer. And then obviously I dug it out too down here. That way we can also start getting the supplies needed to go that way for the house. So I've got that laid out. That's going to be a work in progress. That's actually the pad. So if you can see that all the white tape, that's a 60 by 30 pad. So we're going to be working on that. And then over here, Dad's cooking beans, or at least getting
try to cook in.
Get the fire going to cook beans in the rain. And then I've also been over here digging a ditch, or at least getting a ditch established for water. So we've already wanted to run water over to where the animals are with a frost-free hydrant. And then I have some 3/4 inch PEX. So that way I can go ahead and run that in there. We can get rid of this hose and not have to deal with heat tape and all that stuff. So for this whole stretch, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and get some PEX, get it underground, get it running back here. So obviously I've been digging this by hand. If we can get assistance with a backhoe later to kind of finish it out, then who knows, that might happen. But we'll see. We're gonna do as much as we can with what we have, you know, and what I have is a shovel. So it's a trenching shovel. So I'm gonna continue digging that out. Obviously it's raining. It's been raining, then it'll stop, then it'll rain, and it'll stop. But we're gonna bring that all the way back here again. So we're gonna walk back here again, and then somewhere in this area, I haven't really decided where it's gonna go, because all of this over here, temporary, right? All this stuff is leaving. It's gonna be moving someplace else. Eventually there's gonna be a barn right here. Chicken coop stays though, so that is actually a permanent fixture here. There is going to be other fencing and other stuff around here. So as long as the water is coming back into this general vicinity, I'll let Gladys decide where that's going to go. Because obviously the swing set type stuff, that's all temporary as well. That's not staying here permanently and such, but it's going to be here for quite some time. So I was kind of thinking of, you know, possibly, because fence will be coming, you know, all the way to this pole here and then going that way. So if you kind of see the pole that's over there on the other side of the mower, the Del Marino flail mower, that's the other corner post. So basically from there coming to here, right? And then at some point along this fence line is where the barn is going to be laying out here. So with that being said, and then that's all fenced off, right? A lot to do. So in the very near future though, we're going to be moving this. I still need to go get some supplies from the store for the plumbing stuff, and then to be able to get this piping routed going that way. That way I can dump tanks. I do have, you know, one of the little portable tanks if I need to do that in the interim, because right now we're kind of waiting on YouTube payday to be able to go get some stuff. And it's always a big help, right, for y'all to be continually watching the videos, leaving those comments, giving us that thumbs up, you know, all those things that the analytics and stuff likes, you know, just all that stuff that the algorithm likes, just all that stuff, right? So continue watching, it's greatly appreciated. We never ask for any type of donations, but those links are down in the description if for whatever reason you would want to do that. It's greatly appreciated. But never required, right? So yeah, anyway, I guess I'll get you flipped around. I'm gonna continue digging in the rain. Right now it's just a real light mist, but let's get this ditch dug out a little bit gooder and just go as far as I can until I can't go any further. That's not your food. That's not your food. What are you doing today, Willow? What are you doing today? Oh, I see. Go potty. Go play. Oh, bless you. So we're actually on to another day, and I did not actually get into digging the trench because it actually started raining. And I am going to get back over there. Well, I did dig a little bit, but obviously I didn't put it up on video or whatnot because I was trying to get it done before the rain as much as I could. And then I'm going to continue doing that. But we actually went to the store this morning. I bought some of the things I needed for the sewer. So I'm going to go ahead and shift focus back over onto that. Before doing that, because I already got stuff laid out. Before doing that, I'm actually going to come over here and show you guys something else that changed. So I briefly had showed y'all kind of what this had looked like, and I brought Gladys out here. It's like, hey, what do you think? And she's like, nope, I want it to change. So let me come over here and see if I can't get this stick off of here so that lays okay. But so originally I'd had this stake here all the way over here, right? And it went from here to the wood there. So this would have been the front of the house laying this way. Well, she wanted it turned to more. So now I was gonna have the front facing more north. That way the length of the house was going east-west. This, which I don't know, I need to go get the compass to see, because I think the way the house is sitting now is probably facing more east-west, or I don't know. I think it's going to be probably somewhere in between the two of how I had it laid out and how she wanted it laid out is the actual east-west layout. But anyway, happy wife, happy life, right? So this is going to be the pad layout now, which in turn, it also, we no longer have stumps that need to be removed anywhere. So obviously there is a stump right here that's already burned out, but we actually need to cover that anyway. So I think this is actually going to be a good plan. And then there's a stump that's all the way back there in the corner that should not need to come out, but we might go ahead and just dig out that one, possibly two if the burnt one is there, but we'll get there when we get there. The poo on me. I got the poo on me. Ugh, that's so disgusting. So gross. So gross. Oh, let me get something to clean that up. good enough for government work. I can never open this. Nope, gonna need pliers. Here we go. Oh, why did that come off so easy? Why am I so weak? I don't know. Don't know. I know. I don't know. That'll be good enough. Okay, and I'm actually going to leave this hole open because eventually we're going to need to start running piping over to where the house is, and that's what's going to be connecting down here. I just don't know 100% certain yet of where that piping is on the house. Obviously, I won't know that until the house is delivered, which is not going to be for some time, but it's right around the corner. It'll get here a lot sooner than we think. Okay, now that that's done, actually it's time to come around to this side because I need to rearrange some of these pipings, which I was coming over here and I was starting to do it, and I was like, oh wait, I forgot to do something. I forgot to bring y'all with me. So, oh, running into the generator with the tripod. Lovely, it's just such professional work. So, I have the little pipe connected here onto the Y, and then that's going to connect over to there, and then all of this section here is going to come up, but I need to take this pipe out here, basically connect this one and this one to the Y going that way, and then this pipe here is going to be coming off because I need to cut off one of the ends. And I think the reason why I'm going to choose that, which, well, I don't know, I think I might switch this one here with that one, because if you can see, part of this piping is crushed. It's been stepped on or whatnot, or dogs, I don't know, chickens. But anyway, I'm going to try to use all the best ones to go as far as I can, and then if I need to cut that shorter, I can. So that's what I'm doing now. So let's get them all switched around. Alright, so what's next is now I have this portion that we can screw in to the top of the pipe. It went in, now it don't want to come out. That's fine. I'll just change the direction of this. Okay. And then now I gotta cut this, put it over here. There's a ring that clamps down on this, and then we'll be good to go. But I do need to put some type of ramps or whatnot underneath the piping, just to help with the slope, because it is coming uphill. Okay, so like that, I ended up putting that little extender on there to kick that one out a little bit. Comes over to the wood. The wood basically comes all the way down to the Y, and then I did the same thing, piece of wood on that side, and also utilize the rebar to kind of hold that pipe on there, and then another piece of wood that goes all the way to the other side of the RV. Now obviously that's not enough to be able to get the correct slope that you need all the way to the tank, because we're just sitting lower than what the tank is, compared to, I mean, I can raise it up so much, but then you can't raise it up any higher than the outtake of the tank, right? Because then it's not going anywhere anyway. So from that point, once it comes to the front side of the RV, which I'll get you flipped around, it's downhill basically to this point, and then from here it's almost flat, you know, up until it gets to the edge right here, coming back into the grass, and then from here it's going basically back uphill again. So at that point, whenever I'm dumping, I'm just gonna have to let it go. It will flow all the way, you know, to a point until it no longer has the pressure to push it up the hill, and then everything will be sitting here. So I'm just gonna have to come here, grab the hose, walk it up, you know, until everything is cleared out of the line, and just go with that. But hey, it's better than hauling it with a tank, I guess. Oh my goodness. Okay. Ish. That'll be good enough. First time using that type of clamp, so see how it does. All right, well, that's everything. So let's go dump some poo. So I can already tell whenever I'm opening up this back tank that it's wanting to go back up this way just a little bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and open up both tanks at the same time, try to get the force to go that way. But I might need to put just a little bit more underneath this block here, just to kind of raise that up just a hair, because it is still going downhill regardless. So I can see it's weighted down. You can hear it flowing. So we'll just let it do its thing until it's not flowing anymore, and then I'll have to empty out the hose. So I didn't have the camera rolling, but yep, curse words are said. So this hose right here has the clamp on it, the yellow clamp. It's not built in like the Rhino, so obviously it's aftermarket. It's a much cheaper hose. So as I'm walking the hose, guess what happened? It popped off, you know, spilling sewage everywhere, all over me, all over the ground. So this hose right here is gonna have to go back there, I guess, because I'm not gonna have that happening every single time, or even possibly put this hose onto the back, going from the other tank. And I told Gladys I was gonna hit my head on this, and guess what? As soon as I got all over me, I freaking hit my head on that. So but yeah, I think I'm just gonna have to put that hose in that spot there. That way hopefully this doesn't happen again. All right, I've gotten out of my poopy clothes. I'm just in a change of shorts for right now. But yeah, so what had happened was I was obviously dumping tanks. I told you that that hose exploded on me, so I got them switched around, and then you see I have the other PVC pipe sitting there. So I went ahead and have them connected. I'm not going to be able, because normally I just leave the gray tanks open and we just let that water flow, and then it goes into the tank, and then after it gets into the tank, right, it basically, because the septic system, once the tank is full, you have all of your effluent, right? Because you have three layers. You have your scum layer that's at the bottom, or like the solids are at the bottom. You have your fluid, your effluent that's in the middle, and then you have your scum or your floaters all the way at the top, right? Well, how it comes up to the drain portion of your tank, which is here, okay? And that I have that pipe coming up as an inspection, because it's actually the drain portion is inside here underneath the lid. So that effluent will come up and then allows it to go out the tank, and then that goes down there to the bottom. So you see the big pipe that's down there. Well, we still have not put in our the drain field, right? So right now a lot of that effluent is just going to the ground, and I hate that, but we do what we got to do, right, until we can afford to do the other stuff. So that actually has to go to a separate tank. That separate tank is going to have a pump in it that will also have an alarm in the event that it gets too full. But that pump will then pump it to, because we're going to do what's called a modified mound system. So the mound is only like two feet tall, because this ground does soak in, just not a lot during rainy season, right? So we do want to bring that up a little bit, add some more material in there, bring it up with some sand, with some of the rock, put in the piping, then more sand, right, and then the top fill. So all together, right, it'll probably be close to like 3 foot tall by the time it's done with everything that's on top of it, right? So with that being said, that's a lot of money for a lot of material, so we can't afford that just yet. So right now it's only effluent that's going down there. It's nothing solid, none of that stuff. All that stuff does come to the tank. All right, so but with the RV, what we're gonna have to do, because I get it to go downhill until it gets to about the tire, and then from the tire it just wants to sit in the line. Well, we're gonna have to go ahead and dig us a ditch. I'm gonna need to get this pipe because I don't have the parts, right? I'm gonna have to either wait till payday or just put it on a credit card. I'm gonna have to get another section. So obviously I know it's not good to have it coming up this way, because then it has to go back that way, right, to get into the tank. I'm just gonna have to utilize a Y with a cap, so it's gonna have to basically come hit the cap and then come back to the tank. So we only need to use this until the house comes in. So the house, basically where that piping is coming in, is almost level with the tank, or actually it's going to be a little higher up the hill, so it's not having to go uphill, it will go downhill. And then once it comes here to this tank, I'm actually going to be doing a 45 and then another 45, so it's going to be like a sweeping 90. It won't be a sharp 90. And then yeah, that'll be that. So we're trying to do the bare bones minimum of what we need while we're here in this. And I don't want stuff to freeze, obviously. I want everything to be underground, not freezing, which that's why I would like to get a little bit of layer of dirt on this tank, not just being wide open like this. At some point we will do that. And then that's why I'm also still digging a ditch to get our water line going underground, so that way in the event that we are still in this when freezing temperatures are here, which is a good possibility that all of our water will be underground. Most of our sewer line will be underground, and because we had an issue with that last year of stuff freezing. So I mean, we went actually 4 days straight of not being able to utilize the toilet or get fresh water from the hose because everything was frozen. So and that's even with heated hose and insulated hose and like all those things. It got so cold that's what happened. But right now, like I said, I'm out of my clothes, but I'm not washed up yet. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this one here. We're gonna get back onto this, but this is the things that we're doing right now. And wouldn't you know, GoPro dies right as I was talking. So as I was saying, we're gonna go ahead and end this one here because this is what we're doing right now. I got a chance to show you guys quite a bit of stuff. Obviously we are still kind of fighting a little bit of weather. I think it's gonna try to rain again, I don't know, but anyway, it is kind of freeing up the ground a little bit, making it a little easier to dig, I guess. And I don't know why I'm hearing gunshots in the background, because we're not in hunting season right now, and I'm pretty sure that they're not target practicing. But anyway, that's for a different story, I guess. So anyway, I hope you guys are enjoying the journey thus far. I'm covered in poo. I'm ready to go shower. So go ahead and check out another video right here. It's greatly appreciated. You have the entire year's playlist over on this side just to follow this whole crazy journey. Icons at the top make it easy to subscribe both here if you're not subscribed, and to our side channel. Go check that out. It's greatly appreciated. And then last but not least, get out there, thank a veteran every chance you get, not only on Veterans Day. And we'll see you on the next one. Stop shooting, y'all. Gosh, stop shooting.